Hello everyone, this is Mehreen Hashmi and I hope you're doing well and taking care of yourself. So about my videos, I don't talk about lifestyle or how to dress up or a lot of fancy things going on in my life. I prefer to talk about my self healing and its struggles with social taboos and social connections as well. Since I have been aware of my triggers and I'm talking about my healing with trauma and my own story of being a self-made person, my challenges have increased in this city. It's not that my feature has been published by Haya Saigal, and I'm really grateful for her for doing that. That's not a marketing strategy, but it's for a lot of girls who are out there struggling and who are in abusive relationships or abusive households where they can't study or they can't live or they can't even breathe. There is a lot of suppression in our society. So about I think few weeks ago or last year there was this status of having kettles on their stoves and then come and talk. Received that also because of opening up about my struggles, and I don't do that because why? In my experiences, most of the time I have been overpowered by women who are older than me and who wanted to put up their work in my shows, or who wanted to do some favor, or who wanted to ask few different unethical things or details that where and how and what and all those series of questions which I don't want to answer. And being a human being, I deal with a lot of things in one day. I have to take care of a lot of things in one day by myself. I had a car accident. I had to take care. I had to take my car to the mechanic and take myself to the hospital also, all by myself. I didn't get a hug that day. I collapsed once and I got yelled at that day. My father died. I was never asked that how are you coping with it. If I say a friend that what you keep on saying or keep hitting where it hurts, that it's so lucky to be alone, you have a lot of people around me, I request you that you have some problem with your family members or people in your life, just don't come to me or say that it's very lucky that you don't have anyone. It's a very hurtful thing. If you just can think of this thing for 1 second, put yourself in someone's shoes who doesn't have someone. People don't have their fathers, people don't have their mothers, people don't have kids, and then you go to that person and say, oh, you're so lucky you don't have kids because there's no trouble, no fees or whatever, you are free. It's a very hurtful thing to do. It's, you don't know, maybe that person only wants that thing, or maybe you don't know that person wants to switch your life. In my life, I believe that whatever struggles I have, I ask for courage, I ask for resilience, I ask for patience from God, and I have zero expectation since last year when my father died, and I was going through relief and I see people condoling with each other, and I did not receive one single condolence, and that's hurtful. And as a human being, I did process it because I have accepted my situation, and I know how it is. You can't just trust someone sending you a message on Instagram. No, never do that. You can't put your guard down. You cannot let someone come close to you. You cannot do that. Thank God, I am thankful for all the blessings and the courage and all the energy and the maturity that I had. And I kind of knew, I have learned through the hard way, but I kind of knew and had an idea that how to deal with people and what do they want from you. My story got published, and second day I receive a message from someone who I know socially that how much do you pay for your house? What do you do? Where do you live? How do you manage finances? Things like that. When there is a lot of awareness happening about talking about emotional health awareness, and we love to put our statuses on Facebook and social media, and we love to stand next to someone who is struggling with that. But deep down, are we trying to understand that person? Are we trying to understand just a bit of a bit of that situation? Are we trying to ease their pain? Are we trying to decrease their load, or are we just putting things on them pile by pile, and then expecting them to deal with everything. I don't want to deal with people right now. I have projects going on. I have a very stressful job. I have a lot of things going on. It's not that I have a security or army of servants and I opened up my story and everything got very easy. No, it doesn't. And why? And I don't expect anyone to do that for myself. But there are a lot of girls out there, they don't do that because of this reason. 10 years ago, I was standing on a road that one way was this way, this road where I am today. And another one was that I kill myself or, just end this life without any self-respect or self-existence. If I would have taken that road and stayed in that household, I would be dead by now. I wouldn't be where I am today. And I am thankful that I chose this road. But it is full of challenges, and these challenges are not going to end. These challenges are going to increase, I guess, or change or transform into another challenge. Like I have had seasickness, and there was no call for me, and people didn't think that okay, someone is alone, and then they might need something. No, we don't do that. We talk about so much about what they are wearing or what they are doing or what, look at her or this and that, but we don't talk about certain compassion. We don't try to do something on a practical basis, on a real level. We don't even bother to talk to that person. You have a friend who has problems, we want to cut off that friend. Like I get most of the time, if I'm saying that okay, what you're saying is wrong, and you can't just say or overpower me, because socially we have this attitude. If someone has less than us, then we start demeaning that person. We think of that person as if she or he or them is very weak. In fact, I respect those people more because they are struggling more than us. They're doing more than us. They're trying to survive more than us. And they need to be respected for going through so much and still standing and still living their lives, rather than being demeaned by those who have some privileges. There's a reason that why I don't accept these coffee invites. I'm grateful. Thank you so much for reaching out. But where I stand, I cannot trust. I don't want to get hurt. I say something on, it's a trigger. I recently have a friend that she keeps on saying that, coming up to me. She has a problem with one person and she comes to me and says, you are so lucky to be alone. Another person, you are so lucky, you should stay like this. And it's so hurtful. Do you think that it's very lucky to be not loved and not cared for ever in your life? It's not. It's not. And there is a reason that why so many people, they stay and just stay in their toxic environment. They don't come out, they don't fight, they don't stand up for themselves, because as a society we need to evolve. For this reason, we don't support. We write, comment on Facebook, but practically if we know someone who's struggling, we don't even bother to just give a shoulder or a hug, offer a hug in good ways or in unconditional ways. We don't do that, and it's a very harsh reality. And I don't fabricate anything. I don't want to fabricate okay, everything is it's nice and happy. No, that's my struggle, and I know I'm talking about a lot of women out there who are in their situations because of all of these reasons, because of all of these social taboos. So all of you, take care of yourself, and you are there for yourself, and there is God. There is no one else. It's a harsh reality, but there is nobody else. And don't expect them to understand. You want to get out of there, get out of there. And then just remember that you are your only friend. Take care of yourself. Thank you.